Hey YouTube, hey Facebook. Okay, y'all, I'm out here in my backyard doing damage control. Because we had a lot of rain come down, came heavy all day yesterday, this afternoon, Central Time. So it's a couple of things I wanted to show y'all that's going on here. As a direct result of me joining of groups. Hey, Ben Stinker, how you doing this afternoon? What's good with you? One reason I come out here is because I need to eyeball the space that will have sun all day. See, now that the sun is... Hey, Keisha Newman, how you doing? Hey, Julie, what's good with you? Well, I'm out here doing damage control, as I was saying, because we had tons of rain. So you see behind me, you see where the sun is hitting? I have to mark that off. I'm gonna mark it off with some grower ribbon so that I'll know exactly where to place my plants that need sun all day. Because that's the only little crack, what you see right there where the sun is, right there. That's the only part that get the sun all day, okay? So you have to be very careful which plant you plant. You can't plant a plant that needs sun all day when it gets shaded. I will unsubscribe to you. D-Nice24, why you the glimpse at the sun showing, but the clouds that covered up the sun again, so you can't really see it. But I wanted to show you my son. He don't know good plants or what's weeds. Oh, I'm trying to split the camera so y'all can see. So he didn't know, just eyeballing it, which one of these plants is worth keeping. To all of him, all of these plants would be weeds. But right here, this right here is carrots. These survived from last year with the vengeance this year. So sometimes plants is funny like that. These are my grapes. And you see how they colors. I got it going through the fence now, down all the trees there, so that it wouldn't, no cross contamination would happen or occur. But that my grape plant came back, so you can see it's got leaves on it, so that means it's still alive. If you just go by the vine, you would think it was, but it's not. So I'm just hanging it up right here for now, because I got a trellis coming in the mail, and then I'll place that trellis right here, so those grape plants I will put a trellis right there, because my son threw the trellis away. I had a wooden one out here. I recognize that as a trellis. It just, so he threw it out. I like the new one I'm about to get anyway. So it's important, if you got climbing plant, it's a trellis. Okay. Also, one of my missions out here is to put some more marigolds down, because I want to attract bees. So marigolds, one thing about it, you can't bury them under the dirt, because they actually need the sun to germinate. So here go my marigolds. I got tons of them. I'm finna put some of them down, because one thing I know, this week it's gonna be raining all week, so that's perfect. And what I want is the marigolds to choke out some of these weeds. because I know marigolds is an aggressive plant, and it will choke these weeds out. Okay, so I'm just putting a few plants back here too. Okra. I'm gonna put my okra over there to increase my privacy. Those of you who have been following, y'all know I have been growing my stumps from my cabbage. Well, my intent is to plant the big ones in here, out here, up on the table, because I don't have a fence, and bunny rabbits love cabbage. Also, a stroke of luck happened. All the pine needles from last year fell on top of this table. Well, guess what? This is exactly what my hydrangeas need. So I'm going to take that to the front and spread it around on my hydrangeas. And this is another, my son, he was pulling up everything, but he didn't recognize some plants just by the leaves. Well, here's a wild onion. I recognize it. I could tell the onion just from the stalk. But when I pulled it up, sure enough, that's an onion. A wild onion that been growing for years. We pulled it out accidentally. Matter of fact, I need to throw that in the compost. Here's my compost pile also. I wanted to show y'all. Now, without me doing anything, just throwing food scraps, you can see my mint, what I messed up, because I left it in the water too long, so the leaves got black spots on it from being waterlogged. But anyway, here is a potato plant. This is a potato plant, y'all. This potato plant, this is the second year the potato plant came back. I threw rotten potatoes back here in the compost, and guess what? That compost is still growing a tomato plant. I mean a potato. That's a potato plant. Okay. Now, the other thing I discovered back here was my loppers. My family don't realize how much money I spend on these tools, and found this buried in the ground. I'm glad I found it today. The rain helped uncover it. And I was able to use it to cut off all them branches. Those are the nuisance trees that used to be over there. That used to be over there, being a nuisance. So, y'all know, I have a disability, so my physical capabilities is limited somewhat. So I wore myself out today doing that. So I'm just gonna go up on the porch and pick these mints without making the same mistake I made before, which was leaving in the water too long. I washed them off, but didn't pick them out the water soon enough. And what happens is the leaves turn black. See that? Got spotted. All them black spots leaving the water too long. So that wouldn't be too appealing. Nobody would want mint look like that. So I started on a new batch here. Now considering what you see right there and what I picked new, look how much more I still got left. And I told y'all that rain got these mints growing like gangbusters. Okay, now look. Now look. That's how much I still got left. That's how much I picked, and y'all saw the ones I threw away. That's how much mint I still got left. You can't even tell. I cut this much out of there. That's a lot of mint, y'all. Okay. Now I'm finna head back up to the stairs and get the Pekingese mint. Hey, this camera won't switch back around. Switch. Okay, so now, y'all, I'm minding my mints. Finna go back in the front. Ooh, it's super muddy too from all that rain. But after the rain, it's the best time to pull weeds. I pulled tons of them. Don't look like it, but I did. I did. All right. Now, I brought my ginger outside because it's time for me to use God's water to water my plants. So here's my ginger that was growing inside all winter. Can y'all see that on YouTube? Okay, there you go. There's it. That's my ginger. And I'm putting it right there because it still get watered from the rain right there. Okay. Excuse this old lady. Gotta take the stairs slow. Ooh, cause it's rough. Okay. As soon as I get up here, we're gonna talk about what I got on this table. Whew, so y'all can see, I done filled up that table already. It's loaded. But I love it because I can work on each situation without having to go all the way downstairs, because stairs is a problem for me. So I don't want to have to go down the stairs every time I want some mint or oregano. So I'm getting some mint bouquets together so that I could just come to the table and pick what I need for dinner. Eventually, I will have a vertical garden right there. I'm still waiting for that to come in the mail. It hasn't arrived yet. But this table is going to be my workstation for me propagating plants, because one plant I plan to clone and make more of is the citronella plant, because I don't want no mosquitoes. Marigolds repel mosquitoes, so I got a lot of those down, but so does citronella, and I would like to have more citronella plants. So I'm going to take the plant that I have. Matter of fact, let me point it out. That's my citronella plant right there hanging on my banister. And I'm going to take leaves from that. Hey, Curry. Thanks, Keisha. I appreciate that. Hey, Sis Trish, I didn't know you was in here. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, Keisha, I've been doing a lot of work. A lot of work. Oh, and I hate the work that I put in those mints yesterday and then forgot to put water in it. I mean, get them out the water. Fell asleep, woke back up. I haven't used my own compost yet, but I could. You in and out, Andrea, that's cool. I just wanted to show my plant progress today and share some things that I'm going through with these plants today. Oh yeah, I passed up my plum tree. I don't feel like going back down the stairs. But let me see. Thank you, Sis Trish. Your mint grows crazy. That and my strawberries grow like weeds. Yeah, I'm going to, when I go to the store, I'm going to get the strawberries because they ain't got no seeds out. So I'm going to do what I seen. Couple people sent me planting videos or garden hacks. And I'm going to try to start me some strawberries right from the strawberry and not worry about buying no seeds. Just do it right from the strawberry itself. Plants are fascinating to me in that regard because it's amazing how you could just take part of the plant and grow a whole plant. You could take the seeds from strawberries and, girl, I want them picking me up for picking seeds out the strawberry. I'll just buy them. I'm going to buy some strawberries and raspberries. I want to get that started. But as far as my mint go, I'm going to get these together. You said get some water near me? Why you say that? I have my water near me. Are you talking about for me personally or for the plants? Yeah, that's why I'm just going to get the strawberries. I'm not even going to take them off. Scorpion Reds. I know the little seeds on the outside are the seeds for the strawberries. I seen, a garden hack for that, and that's what I want to get a couple of strawberries, a bunch of strawberries and plant them. My son did a great job with my garden over there, so he started my zucchinis down there. Now I'm going to start putting the other things I want to plant in there. Like, for example, here go my seed supply. For example, I'm going to put cayenne pepper down there in the small holes. And I'm going to do cilantro. And I'm going to get my spinach on. And where my cayenne pepper go? I'm definitely going to grow the cayenne because I use the cayenne pepper a lot. So I wanted to get out here and plant today, but once again, it rained all day and the sun didn't pink out until just now. Now the sun is shining. Shining bright. Just now, when I done got too tired, because I was too tired to bend over for the rest of these. I'll just get up in the morning. It's supposed to rain all week, so this is the best time to get your seeds in. And just like y'all seen me sprinkle the marigolds down, they need the sun to germinate. Some plants don't. Like if you germinated, for example, like cannabis or okra, I'm just talking about some that I've done myself personally. Those sunflower seeds, those seeds don't need light. But marigolds, they actually need the sun to germinate. So you just sprinkle them down on the top and make the best seed catch, basically. And I kind of want them to choke the weeds that's growing in my backyard out. Because I'm sick of having to pull them up and they ain't serving no purpose. Not even medicinal, not pretty, not nothing. So just growing and overtaking my backyard. My next door neighbor, who's a landscaper, he's supposed to give me some wood chips. But if you look interested, matter of fact, I am going to go back down these stairs because there's something else I wanted to show y'all. I took the cardboard from the plants, from the table, from this table, the box that this table came in, and I'm going to show you. I'm gonna go over there and show you that. I just want you to see the difference it makes when you had the wood chips. So I asked my neighbor for more wood chips. They gave me a big, huge pile of them last year, and I used them. Okay, so y'all know, based on the title, it's been raining cats and dogs. So not only have my mint been growing, but so have the weeds. And you can't even tell I got some daylilies going on back here, because it done turned into a jungle. So let me show you. All that overgrowth of weeds. And see, my neighbor, he cuts the grass, but he don't go no farther than that, because he don't want to cut my flowers. So I get that. I can't complain because he cut my grass for free. But thing of it is, if I hadn't put wood chips down here, then this whole thing would have looked like this. But I'm gonna show you where I put the wood chips at. You can see it's deterring some of the weeds, except this growing vine one. You can't see that. You can't tell. But anyway, let me turn the camera around. Okay, see, there are my daylilies. And you can't even tell I got flowers in there because of all the weeds. But with the exception of climate crap right here, you can see where I put the wood chips in last year. So that helped it from taking over my daylilies. But they need to be redone. So I'm gonna leave that for my son. So here you can see where I had the wood chips at. See there, you don't see no weeds coming up from that. So wood chips is a good weed deterrent. And because I ain't got my help here right now, I want to put this cardboard over the, let me turn it back around. Okay, I'm gonna put this cardboard over the weeds to kill them. So I gotta sit this down. Okay, y'all, this is hard to do with one hand. Okay, so here we go. I put that cardboard over the weeds to kill them. Okay, so I don't get rid of my cardboard. I put it on top of the weeds to kill them. Because all plants, if they don't get light, they die. Anyway, back to the mint. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do in this yard today. Oh yeah, my plum. That's what I want to talk about. I am so heartbroken that I didn't take the time to read the package. So I just now learned that this plum tree right here, I have to buy another plum tree had to buy another plum tree just to get it to grow. So that tree right there needs a mate. And I'm mad because that getting a mate is going to cost me another $35. I wasn't ready for that. But I want me a plum tree. And that's where I want it. Where it's sitting right now. Okay, now I'm finna go back up on this porch and we can talk. If y'all got any questions, you could tell me some of your gardening plans. And like I said, I'm out here to do damage control. It poured down rain, so my little gardening caddy is loaded with water. If you don't remove that water, it will become mosquito heaven. So, getting rid of that. Okay. Now this one, I got catching water on purpose. And I got to put that top on top of it so the mosquitoes won't get to that. If you leave water sitting around, the mosquitoes and gnats will lay eggs and you won't have no plant. So now that leads me to showing you what the gnats destroyed since my plant's been outside. They said, girl, you taking too long to plant me in the soil. Uh-oh. It said my battery running down. Uh-oh. I gotta plug in, y'all, before I lose it. Your girl got her gadgets out here just as well as her gardening tools. I hope I ain't lost y'all, you too. Okay. Pineapple sage. I had apple sage that would smell so good. I grew that sage for 3 years, and finally it conked out on me year 3. Do you have lavender? Yeah, I have lavender. I'm gonna plant that too. So I just got to catch the time between rain. I had the apple sage. I haven't had pineapple sage, but I had apple sage. It smells so good. Okay, Keisha, what you said? You didn't know you could do that? Yeah, I'm done on moving anything. I'm gonna end up having a bad hurting back. I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dry these mint. Girl, I looked on Amazon. I'm glad you told me, Ben Stinker, that people be buying the dried herbs. Yeah, it'll kill. It works the same way on flowers. If you cut the light off from flowers, that would kill them. So I'm going to go back out there, put some more cardboard down, because I don't have a lawnmower. And that's the best I can do for now to um, kind of manage the problem until my son get back. He out of town right now, so I don't have his help today. Yeah, if you put the cardboard on top of flowers, it will kill that too. So the reason why it works is because all plants need light, all of them. All plants, all plants need light for photosynthesis to be able to. And so if you cut the light off, you kill them. You will kill them. So I'm gonna take cardboard and put it out there, and hopefully the guy will be bringing me some wood chips, and I'm just gonna pour the wood chips on the top of it, on top of the cardboard. Okay, Bench Thinker. Well, I ordered me some packages to put it in, and so I'm gonna sit out here and show y'all how to get this together. Oh darn it, I knew I was gonna leave something. I forgot my little gardening string. Hold on a second. It's always something. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna go get the gardening string and then show y'all how we get the herbs ready for drying naturally. Now see, I did it by the stove, the method, and you always hear different methods of people how they grow. This one thing, when you start the journey to growing, just know this is many different ways to grow as there are growers. So you might stumble upon something in your own experience that you realize works better for you than other people. And so don't get set in any one way of how to do something, you know. It was people that told me not to buy anything but organic food to plant. Well, guess what? Organic is that bullshit mind fuck. It's a mind fuck. They have you buying some stuff, paying twice as much for the same old stuff. So I stocked up on me some regular garlic, and I'm gonna come on and show y'all how I'm gonna get it going, because I want to plant garlic in my planters on the tabletop. I use garlic a lot, so I want a lot of garlic. Now let me I'm getting ready to get the gardening tape straight. Just a second. I left it in my greenhouse on the back porch. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hard head, 10. What? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maz. I appreciate that. Okay, so I don't have my gardening tape with me, so what I'm just gonna do is pick them. Because they still need to be picked to get the dead leaves off. Now, I wanted to show y'all how I saved my seeds from actual, bell pepper plants. So I'm going to have some beautiful bell peppers this year. These are my seeds that I stocked up. Whenever I buy a bell pepper, I get the seeds out of it and store it. So I got a lot of stuff like that. Basil. I kept my seeds. I also got a lot of seeds naturally for onions. So I'm going to be planting more onions too. These are from onions. My onions bolted last year. And so they grew flowers. And the flowers produce seeds. So all of these are onion seeds that I got just from one season of onion. It was only about 3 plants. And got tons of onion seeds. Naturally. So when you hear they talking about a food crisis and it's about to happen and all this and that and the other, start stocking up on seeds. Get it directly from the plant. Learn how to do that. Because these seeds are valuable. I don't throw my seeds away. I save them and stock them up. So I'm getting ready to move my mint over to the other side. And I'm just going to pick them. Yeah. I could come back on here in the morning and show y'all how I dry them. But for now, they still need to be picked. So, feel free to talk about anything you like. If you got any questions, shoot. I don't mind. If I can answer them, I'll answer them. That person with the aloe plant, I'm really not sure how you can save it. But I know one thing for sure. You probably need to take it completely out the pot that you have it in. Because aloe, their roots, some roots get really, really long. Aloe has a very short root. Mint, not mint, marigolds repel mosquitoes. I don't know about mint. Mint supposedly repel mice, and so far I can vouch for it that it worked. I ain't seen none. So that's one reason what made me start growing with mint is I wanted to repel the mice, because they come in faithfully every November. Well, when the seasons change from fall to winter, they get the signal it's time to come in, and they like coming to my house. But since I've been growing this mint, I haven't seen them. So I think it is effective to deter them from thinking this is someplace they can come and stay. Okay, so The mint that I got today, I'm just picking off the yellow leaves. The yellow, you ain't gonna need them no way. And so I pick off the bottom leaves. I can't plant marigolds because of the bees. You need the bees. That's why I'm planting marigolds, to attract the bees. Are you allergic to bees? Is that the reason? Keisha, are you allergic to bees? Is that why you don't want bees? Don't want to attract bees? Because if you have a garden, you do want to attract bees. For example, my zucchini over there, they won't. Oh, okay. They won't grow without. They won't grow without the bees pollinating. You gotta have the birds or the bees pollinating those zucchini, or do it manually yourself. Well, it's easy to do zucchini manually, but it might prove to be a challenge on other types of plants. So we do need our bees. It's unfortunate you're allergic, but bees are necessary for the ecosystem. Plants depend on them to thrive, to survive, to live. Crazy Hunter 28. I don't know what that means. Hey Audrey, how you doing? Hey Mellow Montana. Hey Jackson Edward, how you doing? Hey Roy, hey Marcus, hey Gary, hey Don, hey Lady Tita, hey Ibn Harris, hey Mellow Montana. What's Crazy Hunter 28? I don't get that. Anyway, so now we could talk about anything. This boring task of picking these mints, child, has got my hands full. Oh, I didn't talk about this. Look here, y'all. Can y'all see my potato plant? Ain't she pretty? She's so green and beautiful. I mean, perfect. She's growing perfect. She's loving this little corner because see, it's still cool and she get just enough sun for her photosynthesis. Now when these branches in the middle get a little bit taller, then I will show you what I have to do next. You have to heal up potatoes because the stem on the potatoes is very, very susceptible to heat. I had to learn that the hard way. Not knowing any better, I put not knowing any better, I was all excited when I saw how green they was growing and didn't realize I was screwing them up. Potatoes need to be healed up. You have to continually heal them up. And healing them up means putting piling dirt on top of it to cover up the stems. Because only the potato only needs the top leaves for photosynthesis. Now I know I be getting quiet. I'm a terrible multitasker. So I don't mean no harm if I get quiet. I just show y'all what I'm doing. Get back up. And get my pruners. So y'all can see what I'm doing. So see, I got a ton of oregano. And I got them in the water like this because I want them to root. And once they root, I'll be planting them some more. And let me show you what it looks like when they root. Somebody asked me yesterday, does that apply to cilantro? It works for cilantro too. It works for basil, cilantro. Probably should work for thyme, pretty much all your herbs. I know the basic ones that I cook with all the time, they work. Now, when you keep them in the water till they root, you will see the roots come out. Beautiful roots like that. See that? So now, this is telling me, hurry up and plant me. I want to grow. If you don't do it soon, you could get root rot, which is what happened over here. Here go my beautiful cabbage. I had 2 cabbage plants that was growing gorgeously, but I took too doggone long to plant them. And so now, those beautiful white roots now have root rot. So that's not a good thing. You can't leave them in there too long. Eventually, you gotta plant them. So here go one that I did plant and I did right by them. These are growing great. And eventually, I'm going to transfer them out to a bigger pot so that these little ones, these new ones that I'm growing, can go in here. So you can't get root rot. You don't want to leave them in there too long. You really just want them to form roots. When you see the root forming and they're about a 1/2 inch long, then you can plug them in. But I don't have any roots coming off of those yet. So that's what I'm trying to achieve with these ones I'm picking now. And I'm also cutting off. You said what's in my garden? I can't find time anyway. Okay, don't be sad about the root rot. You can always plant again. That's what I love about growing. Matter of fact, let me show you my mistakes. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see that I'm not perfect. What I am is, yeah, it's been raining like crazy today, Ron. Yeah, I know you know. How you doing, love? Raining like crazy, so it really killed all my opportunity to plant seeds, nothing but the marigolds. Okay, I'm turning the camera around so y'all can see my mistakes. Okay, you see all those containers? They all used to contain plants that were growing abundantly. And I fucked up. Excuse my language. I screwed up. I neglected them. This was my sage right here. I'm so sad about that. I was growing that for 3 years. And it only take one time to neglect it. You only grown cabbage? I would grow more cabbage if I had a fence. So yeah, my food forest went kaput like that because I was depressed. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I was depressed and I neglected all those. So those going in the trash. I'm just glad I got this table now that I can organize things better. So I showed y'all that so that you wouldn't be discouraged just because you lose a plant or two. That's gonna happen. That is going to happen. That's part of plant life. You definitely going to win some and lose some. So, in order not for me to lose these that I just picked, I'm in a hurry to get them in water. And I learned the hard way, only the stem goes in the water. The leaves will turn black, oversaturated by water, so you can't do that. And so each one of these, as I pick off the leaves on the bottom, they more yellow, I put the stem in water. Let's see. This is me putting the whole stem in water. Now, you can do that with mint. You can do it with cilantro, basil. I've done it with basil. So those are the main herbs that I can actually attest to that I actually done it. Just take off the leaves off the bottom. And if you really want the stem to be a plant, you cut it off at an angle right where you see the nodule. Can y'all see that little nodule where a leaf used to be? You cut it on a diagonal right there, and then you just stick it in the water and wait. That's the hardest part. Waiting, because that's a process that does take several days. So see here, this is one. I would pick off the yellow leaves. We ain't gonna eat those. And then keep all the beautiful green ones alive. Snip it on a diagonal right at the nodule and put it in the water. Now, some of the other things I want to put down and plant to grow is echinacea, because I heard about the medicinal value of that plant. So I'm really looking forward to putting those down. My son cleared out a space back there where I plan to put the echinacea at. So right now you see me just picking all the yellow leaves. The leaves that are yellow on the bottom, that's just because the sun didn't get to it. It's so thick down there with mint. They didn't get enough airflow, so they turned yellow. But the rest of the plant is fine, healthy and strong. And here's FYI. I bet y'all didn't know the mint plant is the only plant that has a square stem. Ain't that something? I never knew that till I saw it on YouTube. Mint has a square stem. So that's another way you could tell a mint plant. The mint plant is the only plant that species of plant that has a square stem. I thought that was an interesting, fun fact. Some people might think that's boring. I don't. So here I am again, still taking off the yellow leaves. I can't see what y'all saying. I'm going to try basil first. I can't grow thyme inside because it's toxic to pets. I didn't know that. Wow. I love me some basil, so I'm going to be putting some basil out. I got one plant that's been growing inside through the winter that I actually removed from the yard last year before the winter hit. And it's been growing inside all winter long. And so now I'm going to put it back outside to grow some more. But I want to hurry up and get a hold of these apple mints before my work would be wasted. Because y'all seen that pile I threw away. I was so mad at myself. That's why I say don't be discouraged when you have boo-boos. They gonna happen. I was so happy and geeked to have all that mint. But my body was like, bitch, I'll get back to that in the morning. And it didn't work. I played myself. Woke up to spotted mint black instead of green. Poetic elk 48. What does that mean? Hey Ricky, how you doing? Yeah, that rain was coming down crazy. Every time I wanted to get out here and plant, it started coming back down again. But it's gonna be raining all week, so I'ma just say, now that I can leave my stuff out here, I'ma just stay ready. So as soon as it stops, get out there and start putting the seeds out. Cause it's the best time while we getting all this rain. It absolutely is the best time. So I'm still doing my mint, getting the yellow leaves out. That's gonna go in the compost pile. And I'm gonna make a clip on the diagonal right there, because that's where the next roots will come out at. So I'm hoping to have an abundant supply of oregano and mint, oregano and basil like I got the mint. That's what my goal is. I want to have plenty of it, so I don't have to go to nobody's store to get it at all. And last year I could kick myself because I didn't collect them up and at least have it for. I just collected some. I did do some. I do still have some in there from last year that I've been using as tea, but it could have been more. I was lazy. I ain't gonna lie. After I be bending over there picking them, I don't want to come back in the house and still be doing this. That's work. That's a lot of work. And so I just left the mint there. And I wanted to see, also the reason why I left them there, because I wanted to see, do they survive the winter? And they do. They come right on back. And I am ecstatic about that. Duck, why are you still commenting and saying crazy stuff? Okay. Well, y'all. These jars are full. I gotta hurry up. I think I need another container, because this ain't gonna be enough. So yeah, I did place an order. I placed the order so I can package the dried mint up once I dry it. And I'll have to show y'all tomorrow, because I didn't figured out a way to misplace my garden strain. I ain't got no light on my back porch. My light is on here, out here in front with me. So when I could get the light back in there, that's when I'll hi melanated high priestess, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Well, I just been showing people how I'm harvesting my mint. This is what I got out of my yard today, a whole basket full. I threw that much away this morning because I left it in the water, and that don't work. The leaves don't like all that water. They turn black. It's just the bottom of the stem that needs the water. So what I'm doing is cutting them, getting the bad leaves off, the ones the bugs ate, and then I'm sticking it in my mint bouquet here, which is a combination of oregano and mint. Right now, those are the big stems. And so I'm just preparing them so that when I'm ready to eat them or cook with it, they'll still be fresh, still living and growing. And then I'm doing a cut on a diagonal right near the nodule. On this one, you can actually see a plant growing. Can y'all see that little peppermint plant? That will root. And once it root, you can plant it in the ground and create a whole new plant. So the way that I got all that mint, tons of mint on the side of my house, I want to achieve the same thing in the back. I want my mint to grow like weeds and choke out the weeds that keep growing back there, because the weeds are a nuisance and they on my nerve. Might as well be growing something that I appreciate. So anybody else have a garden? What y'all growing? The ones that do, you can share your gardening plans with me. I like that kind of talk. It don't bore me. I was just filling up my water with mint and cucumbers. All right. That sounds refreshing. Yep. Oh yeah, when you use these, when you put this mint in your tea and stuff, it's just soothing. It's just really a soothing feeling. So that is a side effect of this mint plant, which is why you see it put in lotions and body rubs and stuff, because it's soothing. They even put it in cigarettes. That cool feeling you feel from cool cigarettes comes from the mint in mint plants. Hey Ricky, how you doing? So I want to learn how to do some new tricks with my mint too. Somebody had mentioned mint julep. Am I saying that right? I would like to learn how to make that, mint juleps. Y'all know how to make that? I tried it once, not with real alcohol. I did it with my kinky drink. My kinkies, they are it's cooler. I did it with a cooler. It was good. It was good. I did a mint julep with a pinky cooler, and it was good. I've never tried it with like more bourbon or whiskey because I'm not really a drinker, but I did like it. I like my mint in that drink. So mint, it smells good and it's soothing. And when the wind blows, you can just smell the mint wafting through. So I gotta get a new jar, y'all. I got all these filled up. Whew, they full. You would like to trunk it with the light liquor? Me too. I would like to try that. Bourbon, sugar, and mint. You trying to get heirloom seeds, it's gonna be hard with this COVID-19 melanated high priestess. I know with the plants that I wanted, maybe it could just be the plants that I was choosing. Because I wanted red okra. That was sold out. Nobody was selling it. It took me a few times going to Amazon till I found somebody who was selling it. So that kind of had me panicking, like whether or not I was gonna be able to get heirloom seeds for other stuff, because I do want heirloom seeds too. It's a Now this community is big on community gardening, so they have a nice big yard, plot of land which you can buy. A piece of land. So people that live in apartments, this is another 411 I want to share. Don't believe that you are limited because you have an apartment. In fact, when I do take a walk, I will show y'all my community garden. Here, the community garden, they charge $20 for the whole year, not just for the summer. $20 for the whole year for a plot of land in that lot, and people come there and grow whatever they want, so you don't have to have a house. If you can find a community garden in your neighborhood, that's another way where you can grow what you want and have control over the food and what you want to grow. That's what was important to me. I just wanted control. I didn't want to be just stuck with what people want to give me. Just like medicine, I don't want any old kind of medicine. I don't want no kind of food. So I'm picky with that. You would like to drink it with light liquor? Yeah, so yeah, I got all these still left to do. And I'm getting tired. I keep on biting off too much. More than I can chew. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show y'all today is the method of growing that has been tried and true for me for years. I like it. I suggest it for beginners or people like myself who real forgetful, who won't remember to come out here and water, because I know that's how I messed up these cabbage. I forgot they was out here. If they was in my house, I would be seeing them. I would have a visual cue every day, and I would know to change the water or whatever need to be done. But because I keep coming out here, because it's outside, I forget about them, and they don't, and so I'm not maintaining them the way they should be. So tomorrow my goal is to get these nice big ones that have been growing very well in the ground, in a bigger pot in soil. Can y'all see that? Oops. The sun is blinding me. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the cabbage. Okay. There's the cabbage. I'm gonna, well, that's still not a good picture. I'm gonna plant these in that bigger pot. But look how pretty that is. And you can see the little head forming. Can y'all see that? It's a little head in there forming. So to me, I'm proud of the progress they making, and I don't want to lose them. I want them to keep on growing into a full cabbage. But you know what? Even if they don't, one thing about it is that they so pretty. It's like you get some pleasure out of just seeing them grow. And see, these are all the different stages of the growth. This is me when I first ate the cabbage. I cut it off and sit in the water, wait for it to root. This is after a couple of weeks. You see the leaves are on there strong now. And once the roots get so big, I put them in a pot. But don't make the same mistake I made. Because that is root rot. That's not what you want. Eventually, you're going to want to put them in a pot. Grow them outside. If not, you could just toss them. I mean, most people toss it anyway, the stumps, when they buy cabbage. And I just say, why not grow them? If you grow those cabbage stumps, you'll have a beautiful plant sitting in your windowsill, giving you pleasure just to see something growing and living. And to me, it's fascinating that it's like, how could this right here possibly turn into this? You would never think that it could. This don't look like nothing but what you should put in the garbage, but it's not. It's a living thing, and eventually it will turn into this. Okay, God is good. he planned it out, and we still figuring it out. And this is fascinating to me. Some people think it's boring. I don't think it's boring. It's fascinating to me, and I feel like if our people don't get it together, start learning something about it, about horticulture and plants, honey, you ain't gonna be able to survive on them McDonald's every day and Chick-fil-A's. So to me, if you don't do nothing but learn how to grow one thing, you winning. Because that's the one thing you won't have to keep spending money on, because it's growing. I never have to buy any more mint because that mint keep coming back every year. Every year. And to me, it's blowing my mind how much it came back. So you also got to keep in mind, wherever you plant mint, if you plan on planting some, make sure it's enough room, and you might be better off doing it in containers rather than your yard, because mint will take over. It will take over like a weed. Oh my God, look how many I still got left. Woo! I got to get some more jars though, y'all. It was my plan to tie these up. So now I'm going to have to go back in the house once again. I don't know what I did with my string. See, I know I done absentmindedly set it somewhere. And these leaves is not going to wait for me to find it. So y'all, I'm going to get another container so I can save my mint. I don't want to lose them. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here. That's why I'm so glad I didn't just throw those containers away, because I wanted y'all to see I be making mistakes too. All the time. It don't always come out right the first time. Sometimes it's a goof up. And that was a major goof up for me to leave the mint in the water. So no plant can take being in the water too long. Oh. Okay, y'all, I wanted to show y'all something else here. This is an onion. Now see, I was through with this onion. I had cut off everything that I wanted, and forgot about it. Then found it and see that it's a new little bud appearing right there. See that? See that little green? That's a sprout. I know some of y'all will throw this away. When you threw it, your onion, you throw it away. Well, this right here will grow me a whole new onion. So I'm gonna be putting that in the ground outside tomorrow. I really wanted to do the dried mint today, but I can't find my gardening tape. And I know as soon as I decide to come out this video, that's where I'm gonna find it. But that's okay. I'll just make another video. I'm just glad y'all joined me on today. Which it is a gorgeous day. It turned out to be. At the end of the day, it turned out to be a gorgeous day. So the rest of the stuff I want to plant, I'll just come back on here tomorrow. And this I want to show y'all to remind you not to give up. Do not give up. I have lots of boo-boos. These boo-boos is going to go in the garbage. And the one wonderful thing about it is that I can grow it all again. It's not really a major loss because I can grow it all again. And I have the mint. This was a mint plant. The only one I hate that I neglected, messed up, is my sage. That was a sage transplant. It was growing good too, because you can see how much that actually it ended up growing. But I neglected it and lost my apple mint completely. I mean, not apple mint, my apple sage. I had sage growing and screwed that up. But here's my tea, which I'm drinking with mint, enhanced with mint right now. I've been out here working hard. And a disclaimer I need to say, if you get offended about self-medication, I'm a bona fide certified card-carrying member of the Cannabis Club. So I'm finna have a choke. Close this out. Because I've been working hard today. And this is how I'm going to reward myself. Yes, God. So, yes. Yeah, everybody can do what works for them. Every time I tried to pot plants in regular pots like this, screwed it up. I screwed it up because I don't remember. So I've been growing with this method of pop bottle planters. And I'm going to show y'all how to do that. I've shown it in lots of videos of mine. I don't feel like I can do it too much. But you can actually see where the roots of this basil is all the way down at the bottom. Can you see that? Can y'all see the roots? They're made all the way down to the bottom of this container. Well, what it's saying is, I'm ready to grow. This ain't enough room. So I'm going to plant this tomorrow outside in the yard out there. And that's what works for me. That's the method that works for me. When I put these kind of plants in regular pots, I fuck it up. I fuck it up. Excuse my language. I screw it up. I screw it up. And so these pop bottle planters give you the wiggle room for mistakes. It take a long time to starve them from water. And this is a reservoir, and the black wick cloth you see under the bottom, that's what wicks the water up. And the plants know what to do. They go right for the water. You don't have to remind them. They take care of themselves. So it's almost like a set and forget. And I really love that method of growing. I've demonstrated how to create those pots, the pop bottle planters. But you don't just have to use pop bottles. You know, if you don't drink soda, you can use a milk carton, or what's the other thing? The water, you know, the spring water comes in those gallon jugs. It's the same principle. You cut it in half, put holes in the top part so the plant can get air. Fill the bottom with water as a reservoir. Put a wick in, and the wick can be any cloth. This is what I use. I buy these from Dollar Tree. Cut them up. I cut them up, put them in the bottom. They become the wick. So here's a healthy net. And this one thing I like about this style of growing is because you can see when it has plenty of water and when it doesn't. When you see this is empty, then you know it's time to put some more water in it. Okay, but it takes a long time for it to get to the point of being empty. So if you forgetful like me and you forget 2-3 days in a row, you ain't got to worry about killing your plant. So obviously, if I relied on that method and I still wound up killing my plant, then you know I went a whole lot of days without checking on my plants. I was in a depressed state, so I lost my whole little food forest, neglected them. But as you can see, I didn't let that stop me. I'm still continue to keep on push forward and keep on growing. I will never stop. I will be growing. I'm like the old lady with all the cats, except I'm the old lady with all the plants. And that's what I plan to do the rest of my life. I always plan to grow something. For one, it's therapeutic. It's therapeutic to watch them grow. That's one thing I enjoy about it. Yep. Whew, so I got to get me another container for the rest of these because I can't find my string. And I don't want them to go bad. That's a lot still got left to go, y'all. I'm going to split this video up and go look for my string because I really wanted to show y'all how to dry it. Because I saw all kinds of methods on YouTube. One person put it in the oven. Some people got a dehydrator. Child, I ain't spending no $200-300 for no dehydrator. Because you know why? The sun does an excellent job all by itself. And I successfully dried mine last year without no problem. Just leaving it out in the sun. But I wanted to show y'all how I do it. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow when I find the string. I don't know what I misplaced it. Ain't no telling. This table is at least helping me get this stuff out here instead of it piled up in my kitchen. But soon I'm going to have this table full of stuff green and growing, okay? And if y'all want to come back and just chill and talk, I wanted this to be a gardening video. I I would like to talk about some things because I am sitting here all by myself. Although I enjoy my own company, it ain't like I have to have company, but I like it sometimes, like anybody else. So I come back on here and we could party. I don't want to make this one video because I already got that bad with a whole bunch of topics in the same video, and then I always plan or think I'm going to chop it up and never get around to it. So I'm going to come up out this video because I want to I don't want to waste no video time with me looking for the string. And if I find it quickly, I will come back on here and show y'all how I'm going to dry the rest of this mint. Okay? Peace and love. Shall I see you again in the next video? Bye, y'all.